times. Yeah. Got my lady came in town, so we running late. So I figure, man, what I'll do something. I'll get on this bike, man, and just do 30 minutes. So give you guys something this morning, and let's just talk about something. All right. Hope you guys don't mind. Oh, probably can hear me better now. Probably can hear me better. So, like I was saying, um, off to a late start. My lady came in town, so Miss She Cakes is in the building, and and I figure I'll give you guys something if I don't give you anything. So we'll do 30 minutes on the treadmill, man, and we'll just wrap. All right, so what I like to do, you know what, let me do this. Try to get that centered. I know it's nothing, but try to get that centered. All right, so here's what the deal is. Here's what it gets down to, man. When you know, I get up in the morning, man, I always try to do something. If I don't do anything, do something. But then I go to the gym later on in the day. So I'm gonna tell y'all just on some real stuff. So what we're gonna talk about this morning, I'll add it in the caption later. We're gonna talk about muscle memory. We're gonna talk about muscle memory. What exactly is muscle memory? And and how does it play a key role in how you as an individual work out and do what you do? Muscle memory is just that. It's the stress and strain that you put your muscles under, and then what your muscles do, your muscles respond by the next time you engage in that activity. Your muscles remember the routine and knows how to respond to it. This is why a lot of people, I know even with me, I went through at 51. There was times that I went like 3 years and stopped working out. I remember, um, I remember from like 2001 to like 2004, 2005, I had stopped working out. I got fat. I had big little gut pouch. I remember one time I took my shirt off and my daughter looked at me and said, "Ew, daddy, you look disgusting." She didn't say you look disgusting, but she just said, "Ew, daddy." And boy, that crushed me. So um, I'm not that person now. At 52 years old, and I keep saying 51. At 52 years old, I now do this thing relentless. I get up in the morning and I do some type of workout. People, I live in Virginia. I'm gonna tell you one thing I learned about Virginia. What I learned about Virginia is this is the South. It's kind of like if you go over to California. If you went over to California, you'll see that California, everybody over there is more health conscious. Here in Virginia, man, bacon is like everybody's cure all to be all. Everybody here is like addicted to bacon. It's like these mugs put bacon in their ice cream. These mugs put bacon. I mean, they go get prescriptions from the doctors for bacon. So it's just everybody's a lot of it's just, I never seen, let me just say this. I never seen overweight like I see here in Virginia. I just never seen it. I've never seen it. I've never seen overweight before like I see here in Virginia. So let me just sum it up and say that. So, but working out, muscle memory, it's just making sure you do something, keeping your body in tune, keeping your body in sync. Health to me is very important. When I say very important, I mean just that. Health to me is very important. I'm not interested in just going down that road of old. I'm not. I don't want to be one of them individuals that you see and you be like, yeah, oh, he's an older guy. I'm glad that, even this year I was talking to a 20-something year old too, 20-something year olds this year, and I still I can be in the running. I'm not just over the hill and done. I don't want to be that dude. Besides my man James Lewis, a lot of my friends just grew old. They just don't seem to want to have nothing to do with staying young. Workout, workout is an excellent example of staying young. Just working out, just doing something. Just going for a walk, just doing something, taking your body through it, raising your heart, your heart, your heart, your heart rate. And I'm gonna tell you something about raising your heart rate. Um, you remember when they had the West Nile virus outbreak, and um, they said the standing water is the thing that that all the mosquitoes they set up shop in still water, when standing water. Yeah, that's the term, standing water. I believe your body is the same way when it comes to standing water. So here's what I mean. If if there's water in the bucket and that water is just sitting in that bucket, that water makes an excellent platform for mosquitoes. And when you see mosquitoes setting up shop in that bucket, it's because that water is still. Now, if you go to the wild rapids, you'll see that nothing sets up in that water because the water is moving. People, I believe that the human body is the same way. I believe that because as we get older, our activity slows down, our heart rate. When your heart rate is up, there's a lot going on in your body. And I believe that this is just nerdmatics. This isn't scientific. I don't need nobody coming in the comments. The collaboration of the heart. I'm not saying that. This is just a belief that I have. All right. Follow me. So I believe that the body is the same way. When you get up every day, you don't do nothing. When you don't raise your heart rate, because that is the thing you want to do. Why is that the thing you want to do? Raise your heart rate. I'll talk about that when I'm done with my theory. Um, I believe that because individuals discontinue any type of activity, I believe that you you allow bacterias and stuff to do to your body just like mosquitoes do to standing water. I believe that when you discontinue activity, I believe that now your body becomes a breeding system for all types of diseases. My dad said something to me many years ago, and he said, "What is the one thing that you see when you go to the hospital?" I said, "Doctors." He said, "No, old people." The reason why is because old people, they slow down, and when you slow down, all the other diseases start making their way and having their way with you. I believe my dad when he said that. All right, so I do believe that. Now, what is it the one thing that gets you relaxed? They say take 3 deep breaths. Do you know what those deep breaths do? When you take those 3 deep breaths, deep, you simulate somebody that's like they're out of breath, don't you? When you get your heart rate up, don't you out of breath? Yeah. Well, when you are out of breath, you are taking deep breaths. You're gasping for air, right? Okay. Do you know what happens when you take deep breaths? You get more air further into your brain. Yep. You get more oxygen. You get oxygen. Oxygen goes deeper in your brain. And if you get oxygen that's deeper in your brain, then I believe that if your brain doesn't have oxygen, I believe that that is some of the reasons why individuals start getting older and get dementia. They get older and start getting um, uh, Alzheimer's, all kind of diseases. I believe that all these diseases happen when individuals don't, as we get older, because of those reasons. That's what I believe. Hold on a second. I gotta put this thing on hard pedal. I get up and do my. Ah, oh snap! That's what I believe. You know, it could be a crazy belief, it could be a disbelief. You can be a disbelief, but that's what I believe. So I believe that heart rate, raising your heart rate is important. And I think what I probably need to do is I need to do health tips that are just 2-minute health tips, because a lot of people, they come and listen to my videos. They don't listen to the entire thing, but I do need to put a health tip right after the video. That's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start when I do the 30-minute workout in the morning. I'll put the health tip right after, so individuals will know. Okay. So that's what it gets down to. What time is it? 8:44. That's what happens when you start late. So I believe that and I'm gonna save that for the next video, the next time I get on the bike, because I'm throwing everything at y'all right now, and that's probably not a good idea to do. So all right, so we going into a new year, y'all, right? We're going into a new year, and a lot of people have New Year resolutions, or revolutions. Yeah, New Year's resolution. And it is said that by the second, or definitely by the third week in January, a lot of people derail themselves from their New Year's resolution. And so I'm gonna tell you this. I kind of want. I don't want resolution. I want my New Year's epiphanies. I want to get my epiphanies. Epiphany is when you have a grand thought, when something just comes and just bang you in the head, and you're like, "Yo, you know what? I'm going to implement that." So, I'm going for a New Year's epiphany, and I want to have an epiphany about things that I want to do. I was talking to my friend Calvin about a month and a half ago, and he said something. He said, if you have a CDL license, that license alone can render you at least $100,000 a year. And I was like, I'm sitting on a CDL license and I'm not getting $100,000 a year. I brought a lot of things in my life. I do health in my life. I brought that in my life, and I'm benefiting from it. I brought my CDL license in my life. I'm not benefiting from it. I paid $4,800 to go to school to put myself in a position where that can yield me $100,000 a year, and I'm not doing anything. So I got to change that. So, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna change that. So my New Year epiphany is to put myself in a position where I have my CDL license, and it is doing for me. It is doing for me what it should. I'll do that later. It is doing for me what it should. So we're gonna put that in effect. We're gonna make that happen. But so my new year, I wanna, and here's my perspective on a new year. My perspective on a new year is, if you're doing the same thing this year that you did last year, you're doing something wrong. Hold on a second. Okay. All right. So if you're doing the same thing this year that that you were doing last year, if you're doing the same thing next year that you was doing this year, you're doing something wrong. I'm not saying give yourself a total career overhaul, et cetera, et cetera. But what I'm saying is you got to add different elements into your life. You got to add different in. You got to trim the fat off your life. You got to trim the fat off your activities. You got to start prioritizing. You got to start making. You got to start saying to yourself, "I need to put this in my life now if I want to get that." Um, One of the things that I would tell everybody um, is let's go back to what we was talking about, um, the creamy beard situation. So now, if I just said, if you want something in life, you got next use 2021 to add a certain element to your life, take something out, add something to. So check this out. So let's go back to the situation with the is a creamy beardian. Okay, so when I talk about a creamy beardian, the reason why it's hard for me to digest situations where somebody is beautiful, very attractive, and screwing 3 and 4 men, 2, 3, and 4 men, is because you don't value your time. Like they say, uh, you gave your time to the game, and 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 there are individuals that gave their time to the game. And if you gave your time to the game, then that's what you wanted to do. You wanted to be in the game, you wanted to play the game. That means you don't value time. But I'm almost willing to bet the individuals that were players, individuals that were screwing 2 and 3 people at one time, them individuals will get in relationships and then expect the person that they're in a relationship with to give them all their time, to do this and do that. And this is what I mean when me personally, I say it's hard for me to sit down there and just go with the flow when you know somebody's resume. It's hard to say, you have a right to say this or you have a right to say that, when in all actuality, that person don't have a right to say that. Because this is one thing that in this perspective, this is the one thing that gets me about church people. People that go to church, people that claim they the God, Almighty, God, Here's the thing that kills me about them. Them individuals, most of those individuals had a ragamuffin, ragback life. And then what they do, they go to church one time, they get baptized, and then they run around and start telling everybody, instead of just staying humble with it, they run around and start schooling everybody on what they're doing wrong. This is how it is. People, what I'm trying to tell you is that 90% of the things that people are trying to get on you about is a cover up for the crap that they did in their life. And it's hard for anybody to sit down here and tell me something, because I want to be clear about something. I lived my life from the perspective of a Boy Scout. Okay, sorry, I'm one of those individuals. That's why I say I can talk about what I talk about. You can shine any light on any part of my life. Ain't nobody gonna be up on the no thing saying, yeah, he fucked me and he never called back. Yeah, he didn't. No, it ain't happened. I don't do that. I'm 52 years old and I never did that. So it goes to saying, I remember, and you guys can check it out. I remember was on when Damon Wayans was on Power 105.1. I remember Damon Wayans was on Power 105.1, and they were actually talking about Bill Cosby's situation. Um, I guess a comedian to a comedian, they made a reference to Bill Cosby, and Damon Wayans said, no. One of them asked him. They said, "Did you ever have somebody blame some sexual thing on you?" And Damon Wayans said, "No, no." And the way he said it very confident, knowing that that's not his MO. Like, like he said, the way he said no, he said it like he just lasered his thought through his whole life in an instant and came back like not like, and it wasn't that nigga no. It was that confident, nah, I'm a man, I don't do that type of no. And when he said that, I was looking at his Power 1051 interview. I was looking at that Damon Wayans interview and going like, dang, that's what I'm talking about. And that's what you guys hear when you hear me speak. And this is one of the grand. That's probably the biggest reasons why I had problems with relationships in my past, is because individuals was like, oh, you think you. No, I am. I am. I am. Let's be clear. Most of the time when people say, oh, you think you all that, I am. You don't tell that to somebody that ain't. It's just respecting the fact of who I am. It's a beautiful thing when a woman in my life knows, yeah, my girlfriends can come over my house butt naked and my man ain't gonna do that. You can call my ex-wife. I'm gonna bring me and my ex-wife conversation. I'm gonna go on one of my channels that's shut down, and I'm gonna put it on here because like I said, I got a lot of new people that just don't know. And that's just how I am. And so it's almost like I dealt with individuals in the past that had idle hate. Like their hate was an idol. It was like, dag, I really don't have nothing to get on this dude about. And then the littlest thing that I do, it gets repeated. It gets repeated. You got your t-shirt on backwards. 2 weeks later, why you always wear your t-shirt backwards? And it's like, wear my t-shirt backwards. And I do wear my t-shirt backwards, but I take the thing out. I like to wear the t-shirt backwards because you know how it dropped down in the front? I don't like that. I like the t-shirt to be closer up to the neck. So I do that on purpose. And I could tell them the first time, well, well, yeah, because you can see it, and they'll say, because you can see the tag. I take the tag off. Thought about that. And it's like, and then 2 weeks later, it's a World War III because I wore my shirt backwards. And that's compensation for a wrong buildup, a hate, idle hate. It's like, oh, I can get this hate off. I can't get my hate off on him. I hate the fact I can't get my hate off on him. He's unhater. I'm an unhater. I'm an unhaterer. So that's one thing with that. I realized that now as I'm talking to you guys, that just came to my mind on. So just keeping things in perspective, man. Knowing you. People, I love me. I love me. Boy, listen. Me and my lady was talking, and we was talking about people with insecurities, and we all have insecurities. And my insecurity is when it comes to me thinking that a woman would like me. And it's not a bad insecurity. It's just the fact that I've been shown that good men like myself, we are the last. It seems as though we was the last ones loved. Last ones loved. Last ones loved. LOL. Oh my God. Oh dear my. It seems as though we was the last one loved. All right, get past that. So that's my insecurity. I don't really have insecurities about too much other stuff, because insecurities means insecurity. Your insecurities always come outside of your body, meaning what other people think. Other people think, so I'm insecure about that. I love myself. Remember, I have a love alarm. I think I got to do that video over again. I have a love alarm. And because I love myself, I give two. What you think? I give two. Count them, two. Not one, not two. I can give two of what you think. I'm actually saying the F word, but I'm bleeping it out. I have two. I could give two F words of what you. I can't. I don't care. I love myself. I do. I do. I do. Say something up to me. Bye. I love myself. And I'm telling you, I met probably 3 people that feel the way I feel in my life. Unfortunately, they all were white. It's like us black people, we seem to got this cliche or the facade. There's going to be some drama in your life. You got to do that. And then every time they say that, it's imported. The drama is always imported. You don't have none in your life. It's imported. Somebody else is bringing it to you. You sit down and you listen to the stuff that people been through, and it's all this imported drama. Oh, it's imported. Man, I ain't doing that. Into my Shannon Sharp voice. Where they do that at? In the face, too. You see where I did the face? Okay. So I love myself. I love myself. I do. I love myself. I ain't letting nothing or nobody derail that. I love myself. So when people have insecurities, that's probably one of the reasons why they have those insecurities. I think they have those insecurities is because they are insecure. They don't love themselves. It's always a what I need other people to think. I need other people to think. People with insecurities, they just can't be by themselves. When they go by themselves, individuals that are by themselves, they thirst to be amongst the crowd because that's where all their love lives. And I'm not like that. I'm cool. I know what I'm doing. I know that I am nowhere near average. I know the average can't touch me. I know all this. I know all this, and I don't need nobody to tell me. I can tell by the stats of life. I don't go by the mortal chart. I go by the life chart. Okay. And that's just what it is. So I'm gonna put a bow on this thing, man. I appreciate you guys for being here. I'm gonna do this every morning. I'm gonna try to get back in here early. Just do a little something. Just do 30 minutes of working out before I go to the gym later, and do this 30 minutes of working out. Do something. Like I said in the description, do something every day. Do something. It's worth it. You know, you're not going to get the results. I want to get some T-shirts made, and I want the T-shirts to say this is not a 2 week in the gym body. It's not a 2 week in the gym body because a lot of individuals are under the impression. What's going on, Stretch, man? You should have been here earlier, you rat. St. Louis up in this mug. Um, and I'm signing off now, though. Good morning, though, Stretch. But um, you get up in the morning, you do a little something. Okay, cool. I'll check it out, and I'm gonna be back on. I'm gonna be back on at 10 o'clock. I just gotta get myself off of that thing there and get this workout thing going. But I'm gonna end it with this, man. A lot of people um, just do something every day. You don't got to get up and go 2 hours in the gym. You know, Dwayne Johnson said he do 5 and 6 hours in the gym. I never in my life did 6 hours in the gym. I never did that. I never did that. I never did 6 hours in the gym. Hell no, I ain't never did that. I never did that. So I'll be back at 10 o'clock, man, and I will see you guys on the next one. I'm about to gargle. No, that ain't the one I want. I'm going to show y'all what I'm about to get. Get my morning smoothies, then get my protein drinks. But these things right here, oh my gosh. 100% pure juice blend. No concentrate. 100% pure juice blend. Top dog. Get that in your system. Top dog Nandata. But I appreciate you guys for being here. Hit that like button and stop going with me. Y'all need to share my videos, man. Y'all ain't sharing my videos like y'all. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. Shut up. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. I ain't even gonna let you respond. Shut up.